Toastmasters Club, which is near Vellore, will have their meetings every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. So they even start much before this normal schedule of an official time. So they attend the meeting, energize themselves, and then go and do their official work. So like that, we are going to start this Sunday meeting. And today is a very special meeting because we are going to have a three-way meeting where three clubs have joined together to share, learn, and grow together in the fraternity. I am Toastmaster Vikram, who is going to play the Sergeant at Arms role today. As Sergeant at Arms, I have to define certain ground rules. Please make sure that you are switching off your mobiles if you are joining through mobile, and ensure that you are not interrupting the speaker while the speaker is on the stage. If you want to communicate, please use the virtual signs, raise hand so that the speaker or the role players can reach out to you to get your point clarified. And as a Toastmasters process, we don't talk about the three aspects, sex, religion, and politics, which the audience might get offended. And I'll also try to define the ground rules of any Toastmasters club. Any Toastmasters club, here we have three clubs: Medavakkam Toastmasters Club, Vellore Toastmasters Club, and Wabag Toastmasters Club. The primary objective of these clubs is to provide a positive learning environment in which the members will enrich their knowledge, particularly in leadership and communication style, which will facilitate them to go beyond boundaries and have a successful career, both in the personal and professional life. With that said, I would like to introduce a person who is going to be the presiding officer of today's meeting. She is almost with the fraternity for close to 24 months and already played various roles like vice president membership, started adding up more members to the club to make sure the club is growing in leap and bound, as well as the members are also getting benefited. She also played the role of vice president education in terms of supporting all the members to gain the pathways credentials and also learn and enjoy the delivering speeches as per the pathway terms. And she used to play the role of grammarian. Unfortunately, since she is the presiding officer, I think she has not volunteered herself, or else she would have done that. And she is kind of looking at a person who wants to give it back to the community. That's where I think she is in Toastmasters. That could also be the reason for her to be taking up leadership roles as well. And the last one is she is doing her 4th year in software engineering in VIT Vellore. Put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sadhana to take up the presiding officer role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. A warm, good Sunday morning to everybody present in the meeting. Everybody knows that it takes two to tango. But do you know what is even better? 2 + 1, 3. Wherein today we have Vellore Toastmasters Club, Wabag Toastmasters Club, and Medavakkam Toastmasters Club joining hands to put for this wonderful session in the Toastmasters fraternity. Let me declare open the joint session and hand over the control to our power-packed Toastmaster from VTC, Toastmaster Sadhana, to take us on a ride with her theme, "It is okay to go with the flow."
Am I audible? My dear Toastmasters and guests, a charming welcome to all to this Toastmaster of the Day. I am a Toastmaster of the Day. Do you know, sometimes we used to be in a blank state. Nothing pops up in our mind. And you will say to yourself, I am enough. I can't handle this. In that case, a word comes from you is nothing but, it's okay. Let it happen. And let us go with the flow of life. And that's a theme of for today, my dear Toastmasters. A hearty welcome you all to this session. Trust yourself. Force nothing. Don't believe everything, but believe something. Listen to your heart. Keep working and go with the flow. It will definitely kick out your flaws and your destination will be reached. And sometimes going with the flow is far better than expecting something to happen. But even there is another perspective. If the flow is not working, then then you be the flow and rock your goals. It's okay to be not okay for a while, but at the end of the day, you should be okay. And that's it. Now, let me call upon our general evaluator of the day, the supporting team like timer, heart counter, grammar. Over this section to general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram, general evaluator of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Once again, I'm in front of you in the virtual podium to introduce the general evaluator role and his teammates. In every Toastmasters meeting, we have three segments, which is prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation segments. The evaluation segment plays a vital role and also aligned to the Toastmasters goals, because we are here to enrich and enlighten ourselves in terms of improving our public speaking and leadership skills. This particular segment will focus more towards giving positive feedback to all the members, particularly from time perspective, in terms of grammatical perspective, as well as whether are they using any filler words, are they using any repeated usage of words. Apart from that, there will also be a speech evaluation done by a Toastmaster in line to the speech objectives defined by the pathways. And as a general evaluator, I'll also be summarizing my view about this meeting, what I like the most, and what are all the areas that we as a team can focus towards, so that the next meeting onwards will have much more better member experience, and we'll also learn in the due course. With that said, I'd like to introduce my tag team, timer, our counter, and grammarian. The timer for today is none other than our presiding officer, Toastmaster Soumini. Soumini, the screen is yours to introduce the role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. Contrary to today's theme, which is going with the flow, when it comes to speeches and your presentations in a Toastmaster meeting, you can't really go with the flow. You have a few constraints. So as a timer for today, I'll keep track of the length of your speeches and also be notifying you from time to time with green, yellow, and red cards. We have three speeches: the prepared, the table topics, and evaluation speeches. The prepared speeches have a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes, wherein I'll be showing my green card at the 5th minute, yellow at the 6th minute, and red at the 7th minute. The table topic speeches have a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. The green card will be shown at the end of the 1st minute, the yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. The evaluation speeches have a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. Green will be shown at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. There are two simple rules to qualify. Your speech has to touch at least the green card, and a 30-second buffer time will be given after the red card is displayed, which will be raised before the end of which you will have to complete your speeches. Surpassing that will lead to disqualification. So I hope everybody is on time and in time today. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumini. Can you also be sharing the, are you going to share the screen or changing your virtual background?
I'll be sharing the screen.
Can you just share the screen and check, as well as show the members that this is how it will be displayed?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll be using this website. So if I'm going to start, this is going to, the background will turn green, red, and yellow whenever the time limit comes to the mark. So we have three categories here: table topics, evaluation, icebreaker, and prepared speech. We'll not be using icebreaker today. So for prepared speeches, whenever it hits 5 minutes, it will automatically turn green, 6 minutes yellow, and 7 minutes red. And when it reaches 7 minutes 30 seconds, it will start blinking in red, so that the speaker knows that they have to wind up. Same goes for table topics and evaluation speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soumini, for briefing us about the role. the other role player is very eager to come to the screen and explain her role. So without further ado, it's okay to go with the flow, but I want her to wait for one more minute or two. So instead of calling the counter, I want to call our grammarian today, Aruna Devi, who took this role on the spot. So Aruna Devi, can you brief your role as well as introduce the word of the day?
Sure. So last time only I have attended the session. So anything, if something is different and if any words to be highlighted, that I will be noting that word and giving you. Apart from that, word of the day, sir, anything else, Vikram, I am missing?
No. I think you can go ahead. Only thing is you can just choose the word of the day, though it is very trivial to choose it at the last moment, but it'll also kind of give you a opportunity to search for words and then try to pick it up. Any word you can suggest and encourage the speakers to use that when they deliver their speech.
Maybe can we have flying out of our own limitations or boundaries? So
Please go ahead. You can take your time. By the time I'll request our counter to come and introduce, maybe by the time you can choose a word and then post it in the chat box so that members can start utilizing it.
sure.
Thank you so much, and good round of applause for Aruna Devi for taking up the role first time. I think even when we had Sharmi joined as a guest itself, she took the role, and even Satyamurthy took the role on the spot when they were in guest status itself. Thank you so much, and this is how Toastmasters helps us to grow. So now let us hear it from the most charming, energetic, lovely person who connected with me to arrange this meeting. And when I discussed with her via most of the time in WhatsApp chat, when looking at the WhatsApp chat and the way she communicated with me, I tried to guess what kind of a personality she will be. When I look at from these conversations, I see the person is very disciplined and she wants to take ownership of whatever she is doing. And she also wants to give her members who believe in her that she will be giving them some kind of a lesson when they go out of this meeting. Even few minutes back, around 10:25, she even pinged me saying, Vikram, can we cancel this meeting? Or can we postpone it to some other time? Because I see our members may not get that much of value because we are still lacking role players. Can we do that? When I look at these words of wisdom, I would say the person is not only thinking about herself, she is also thinking about her members whom they rely on her, that she will be organizing a meeting with which we can learn, because we are going to spend 90 minutes. The other thing I liked her the most was when I told her, yeah, Kirti, I absolutely understand, but we already communicated to all the 3 club members. Let us see how the members are joining, and based on the quorum, we will decide whether to continue or not. And she would have dropped this idea itself, saying, no, Vikram, my club is not interested, or my members are not joining, or my president is not agreeing. But she peacefully heard that message and she waited. And I think we got a fruitful result, right? There was a role player who took that grammarian role on the spot. So that is how Toastmasters helps. And whatever opportunity you utilize to experience and expose and exhibit our skills, I think we need to learn much more from Toastmaster Kirti. I will request her onto the screen to explain about the counter role.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikram, for giving a beautiful introduction about me. And as the theme is like, it's okay to go with the flow, it's really apt for the today's session we are having. It's really going on the flow, on the spot, and it's really apt for this session. So coming to my role as an counter, the purpose of an counter is to note any overused words or filler words. For example, to count the number of unnecessary sound or repetitive words while you speak, while you're on the stage speaking. For example, you know, I mean, that all will be counted. And I also note down it and I'll also let you know about this. These are the pillars that would affect your effectiveness in delivering your speeches. Thank you. I'll come up with my report when called upon. Over to Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirti. I'm hearing a mind voice from so many. I could have taken this role, right? And why Vikram has not introduced me on the spot rather than requesting those messages from me and then reading it out. I heard the mind voice, so many. Next time I'll try to interact with you before the meeting and see whether I can bring out some kind of a liveliness in introducing yourself. I think Sadhana is also thinking about it. I think it's good that all of us are, I'm trying to hear many more mind voices. Let us learn it, because introducing a person is an art. It's how we are going to bring in our own experiences and we want to experiment it, it gives. Because this is the first time I thought when Kirti was laughing at, or she was very eager to come and introduce her role. When I switched to Aruna Devi, I saw a kind of dullness. So I thought, let me bring in energy more to her by looking at what I observed. With that said, I'll come back to you with my team by presenting the report for our benefits. With that said, I'll be handing over the control back to our Madam Toastmaster Sadhana.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your wonderful introduction about your team, and your team introduced very well. And now it's time for us to call the speaker. We have first speaker today, Toastmaster Vikram. Before I call upon Toastmaster Vikram, let me call his evaluator, Toastmaster Irfana. Toastmaster Irfana, over to you.
Thank you, TMOD Toastmaster Sadhana. Now, let me start with Toastmaster Vikram's evaluation purpose. The purpose statement of this project is for the members to present a speech on any topic, receive the feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Now, Vikram is going to deliver the same. He has got the feedback already, and he is going to implement all his feedback and try to give second speech upon improvement. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied all the feedback received in the first speech, as I said. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Vikram. His speech topic is WFH or WFH. I don't know this WFH, what represents for the first sector and what represents for the second. Let us see with you all. I'm also eager to see what demonstration, elaboration he gives for the same. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Vikram. All the best.
Toastmaster, today you can take over and then assign the topic to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irfana. Now, let's get in Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram, WFH or WFH? WFH or WFH? Toastmaster Vikram, over to you.
Hello. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that. I have some. I'm in a meeting. I'll try to finish it off. Yeah. Definitely. I'll do that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'll do that, man. Yeah, I'm sending. I'm drafting the email. Yeah. Please. I'll do that. Definitely, I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you so much. My dear fellow Toastmasters, you might be thinking what I'm trying to enact. I am working from home. Because of this COVID scenario, I was pushed to work from home. 2 years before, when we heard this news that Corona has started affecting most of our members in the city, we also went haphazard and decided that we want to shut down our office and start working from home. It was beautifully explained to my boss that why we want to work from home. Boss, the biggest problem is coronavirus is spreading like anything. We are using a common toilet. We are using almost common lunch hall, common conference halls everywhere. It is better to have a release done that we will work from home and try to manage the work from home itself. Vikram, I absolutely understand. But how are you going to maintain the productivity? Sir, we'll somehow manage the show because we want people to be not infected by corona and they will go for a long leave, which will affect our schedules and the commitments we made to the customer. if they're working from home, at least we'll try to manage the show. Yes, I had already discussed with the IT manager, so that we'll try to make the infrastructure available for them. They can sustain and work from home itself for some time. Let us see how this corona goes and then decide. I think that's a fair idea. I think you have a plan. Please go ahead. When I had this conversation with my manager, he agreed that human race have to be protected from this coronavirus. And he said, we'll go and start working from home. When I started working from home, I'll also decided that I have to work for home as well. I started cleaning my utensils as well as in parallel attending all the team meetings. Because in most of the team meetings, we don't switch on our video and nobody is going to know what I'm going to do or what I'm doing, whether I'm doing something in parallel or I'm listening to the meeting. And most of the time, I am a multitasker where I am listening to all the speeches and as well as cleaning all the utensils in my kitchen. One day, the same thing happened. For my Medavakkam Toastmasters meeting, it was scheduled at 10:30, I assumed, but unfortunately, it was at 10 a.m. I woke up at 9:50. I don't know what to do because I need to brush. At least I should have a cup of coffee. For having that cup of coffee, somebody has to heat the milk. So what I did, I placed the milk bowl on the stove, ignited it, and started coming and logging in so that the members know that I'm in the meeting bridge. I was very curious. The moment I joined the meeting, when members were there, I started conversing with them. I totally forgot that I get something in the kitchen. The milk started overflowing and I don't have a choice now because I have to clean it. If I don't clean it, I have my home minister who will come and raise a complaint on me in the evening. I don't know what to do. Instead of attending from the laptop, I chosen to attend it from the mobile. I kept it on and followed the protocol of switching off the video and started doing my cleaning work as well as listening to all the great speeches of Toastmasters. To my ill luck, are there any volunteers for the table topics? As the topics master. Without even knowing that I'm in the kitchen, unmuted myself and said, hey, I am there. Good, Vikram. As energy as it is every time, can you please switch on your video so that I can give you the topic? Oh my God. I'm cleaning my utensils and washing my kitchen. How do I switch on my video? Then a thought came in my mind. As usual, hey guys, I'm having a network issue, bandwidth issue. My bandwidth is very low. If I switch on the video, I'll not be able to convey my message. Is it okay for you if I don't switch on the video, still deliver my speech? Table topics master has to agree for it because he don't have a choice. Later on, few weeks passed. Then I had requested my wife to see that I am attending a meeting. Can you please handle some of the home cleaning activities by sweeping the room? But she said, Vikram, you are a multitasker. Why are you doing all this? You can attend via phone and do the multitasking. My goodness, I was listening to the meeting and started sweeping my room. My dear fellow Toastmasters, work from home or work for home is not going to make a difference. It's the difference in you, your perspective. How are you going to handle it? I realized one thing in the last 2 years. Whether you are going to work for home or work from home doesn't matter. Are you going to deliver the value that you are expected out of? Be it an office, you are expected to deliver quality deliverables to your customers, your team members, and be attentive in all the meetings and be participative in all the meetings. Work for home, make sure that you are somehow managing the show. Help your wife or your family members to share their responsibilities to the maximum possible without compromising on both the sides. One day evening, I had to call my colleague to discuss a crucial problem that we are facing on a customer deliverable. Hey Ramesh, where are you? I was not seeing you in the Teams for the last few hours. Hey, come on, Vikram. I totally forgot. I am just outside picking up some groceries for myself and my family. Oh my God. It's 11:30 in the morning and this guy is saying that he's in a grocery shop. Sudden thought came in my mind. Then why can't I do this practice as well? The next day, my wife wanted to buy some groceries. Instead of sending her alone, I said, let's go together and do the grocery shopping. I did that. And exactly when I entered the shop, I got a call from my boss. Hey, Vikram, where are you? Boss, I'm just outside. I'll be joining office in a few minutes. I don't know how to manage because that was the very first time that I am doing something out of home in my official timing. Somehow I managed and logged into the meeting. Fellow Toastmasters, look at whatever it is, try to manage the show, whether you are going to work from home or work from home. Toastmaster of the day, how about yourself?
Thank you, Vikram. That was an amazing speech. I'm really impressed. So you just make us to think in different perspective about work from home or work for home. So that was a great speech. And thank you. You did a fantastic job. Now let's have 1 minute time, 1 minute of time to give feedback for Toastmaster Vikram. Timer, please remind us when 1 minute is over.
Am I audible? Is it feedback section now?
I think Irfana, they are trying to get a feedback from other members other than evaluator.
Yeah, that's why I got a little confused. Thank you.
The practice that VTC follows, we send individual feedbacks to the speaker via chat.
And if you want to even speak out, you can do that if the time permits. After all, it's an opportunity for me also to learn, get feedback from many members, right? Outside my club as well.
Okay, I'll go first. Wonderful speech, Toastmaster Vikram. That too, in a limited time, you made us all laugh and also enjoy the total speech instead of just seriously delivering the speech. And you had the props, appropriate props from as we use in work when we are working from work from home. This is the actually real situation. When we are working from home, and you made us all laugh and also remember what all we have done while we are also working from home. Yeah, wonderful speech. That too in a limited time you have prepared and you delivered it really flawlessly, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Kirti.
One element that I liked a lot about the speech structure was that at 6th minute or something, I thought you were winding up the speech by giving a concluding line regarding work from home. But then after you gave that, we were all looking forward to for you to conclude that speech. But after that, after you gave that concluding line, you started another story telling that your friend was in a grocery so that part of the story that nobody expected was like a super over in your speech. So instead of ending the speech with a thought or quote or like something, it made the audience, the story hung on us instead of embedding the story in the middle of the speech. Ending the story with a speech was a very different idea that we witnessed today.
Thank you, Somni. Can I have a feedback from my mentee? Okay, I think she's not able to speak. I'll personally connect with her. Yeah, I'll personally connect with her. Okay, I think if it's time, then we'll move ahead with the other segments. Thank you so much for all the members, and please feel free to share your feedback. That will kind of give me.
Vikram, can I share my feedback?
Yeah, Satya, please go ahead.
Okay. So your speech was very awesome. So you started with that the topic was very nice. Actually, the work from home and work from home. So it's like speech and drama. Actually, it's very interesting to see. Actually, we cannot. I mean, we are not missed only single seconds for you. Actually, I think you started very well, and you go with the flow, and we ended with the message to audience. What I mean, how we responsible for so both and office work and family work. So it's you handle the all the contents is very, we easily we can able to attach the your contents. So nice, and thanks, it's a very nice extraordinary speech. Yeah.
Thanks, Satya. I think we can continue. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's it. And now our speeches are over. It's time to take a break. Okay, let's play a crazy game to boost ourselves. Let me tell you the game and its protocol. This was a word game. Okay, if there is any guest, we all are welcome you to join in this. Please raise up your hands, or else you can switch on your camera to join this. And now, let me explain you the game. As I told you, this is a word game. Like, I will give you a general word. It may be food, machine, or some other animals like that. So anything I can give you, and you have to tell it. You have to tell the name like continuously. So I will count the word one, one who tell more, that they will be considered as a winner. For example, if I'm giving you a topic as fast food, then you have to continuously start like fried rice, noodles, Szechuan fried rice, mushroom, pakoda. So like that you have to tell. So I used to count that word and how many participants are there. So I will keep the count, and finally I will tell who is the winner. So definitely this will be interesting. Hope so. You understood this game.
Is it like
Shall we
memory game? Memory game, like one person will
No,
say,
no.
not like that.
No, not like that. You have to tell continuously. For example, like I told, right, fast food, if I'm telling, you have to continuously tell the fast food that whatever that comes in your mind. I will use to count the each and every person. What you're telling. And finally, how many members joined?
The
So
next
from that, I
user will
pick
be
the
given with another word.
yeah, new topics. Okay. Okay, let me start it. Can I get a volunteers?
I'll go.
Okay, let's start with Kriti. Kriti, your topic is tell me few girls' name that start with letter D.
Time starts now. Like
Yeah, 1 minute. So I sorry, I forget to tell. 1 minute is a time. So I will just keep it in
You'll
mind.
give me 1 minute now.
I will give you 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Shall I start time? Your time starts now.
Tina, Tornita, Tangalakshmi, then who else is there? Yeah, now only I'm blank. I don't have any name now.
Let's go with the flow.
I know if you say generally names, I can say it. Tarun, then T. That's it, Sadhana, I guess.
Okay, fine. That was a good try,
Yeah.
Kriti.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Kriti. Okay, fine. Can I get a next volunteer, please?
Yeah, myself.
Sharmi.
Yes, yes, Sharma.
Toastmaster Sharmi, your topic is nicknames. Tell me some nicknames. Your
Nicknames.
times, yeah. Your time starts now.
Okay. Nicknames in English, it should be right. Okay.
Any word, no problem.
Yeah. Poppy. Chittu. This all, I think it's a combination of English and Tamil. Chittu, Pattu. Nicknames.
You can say even Tamil nicknames also.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that is only more familiar.
Okay, nicknames. Chittu, Pattu, Putti. Then Bablu. Raju. No, I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sharmi. That was a wonderful time. Okay. Can I get next volunteer, please?
I'll go next.
Oh, you're
Irfana here.
Irfan. Okay, Toastmaster Irfan. Okay, I will give you next one. So, tell me some tourist place that comes in your mind. Timer, start the time.
Tourist destination, you mean to say?
Tourist, yeah, tourist.
Okay. Ooty, Kodaikanal, Pattaya, Thailand, and what else? Wherever I have visited Kurk and Wayanad, Wagaman, entire Kerala, Munnar, and later Mysore, Kashmir, Manali, Kulu, and what else? Jaipur, Agra, Taj Mahal, and Maldives. Yes, of course, nowadays. And something is very trending in Instagram. I'm just forgetting that. Okay, I think I'm bleeding as of now.
Okay.
And yes, what I've visited is of course
Trending on Instagram is Ladakh.
Ladakh. Yeah, Ladakh, of course, Ladakh. Thanks, Somini. Done. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you so much, Irfan. Good try. You're leading one. Okay. Just one more volunteer. Last.
So guest is eligible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Toastmasters
yeah.
section. Okay. Your topic is tell me some animals name that starts with. Okay, no need of stats. You just tell animal names.
Animal
The
name.
time starts now.
Okay. Tiger, elephant, monkey, lion, and okay.
Think about what are all scoldings we got in our young days. That itself will give you huge variety of lists.
Yeah. Fox and rhinoceros, dog, cat, and panther, cheetah. So that's all I have here.
Thank you, Satyamurthy. You are also a good try. So hope so. It took you a very interesting and you enjoyed it. And let me tell you the leading one name. So Irfana, tourist place, she said 14, and others all very good, like above 5 later, and that was a good try. And we enjoyed it. Okay, wow, this is a joy filled, and thanks for all the participants. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, Sadhu, that's all the fun? No. Who said? There is another fun-filled and thrill-filled roll call table topic which was played by table topic master. Yes, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Keertana. Am I right? Toastmaster. Just a second.
Toastmaster Shan.
Shan, sorry for that. Okay. Let me call upon Toastmaster Shan. Over to table topic master, Toastmaster Shan.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. Before I start, and I would like to ask you guys one question. Have you ever faced, someone asked you something in the matter you did not know, but they asked you, how did you manage to tell the answer? How did you manage to speak about that? Very difficult, right? So that's why we have the table topics. So the table topics is something session is very, very beautifully coined in a way that you learn how to talk instantaneously. You know, when someone asks you something, someone tells you something, you can immediately answer or immediately you can talk about it, right? So that's the beauty of it. That's what the table topic is about. So I have gained a lot from that, and I also faced in my profession, I meet sometimes officials and some corporate people and all that. suddenly they ask something, suddenly they, tell something, I don't know the matter, I don't know how to tell the answer, but how to manage to tell something which matches that question, matches that what they asked, So that's the thing, the table topic is very, very important. And I'm going to conduct this program by showing some slides. Okay. And each slide, I'll also give you a title or something so that it'll be easier for you to pick up the topic and you can talk about it 1 minute or 2 minutes. Okay. So shall I share? Team Audit, shall I share my slides?
Yeah, Shan, you can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Anybody, you guys able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the image. Please see that image. But the title is teamwork. So anyone can, I don't want to particularly call anyone. Anyone can tell me, have you
And I'll
succeeded?
go first.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Shan, for the wonderful topic. The picture represents the teamwork. There is one, like one humorous clip I saw in WhatsApp. It is like some government project is happening and 3 people are doing a teamwork over the government project. One is digging the hole across the road corner, one side. The other fellow, and he is closing the holes. One person saw the scenario happening in the road and he just went to each and every individual of that team and spoken. He said, one is digging the hole, another one is, it is like filling the hole. What you're trying to do? Then the person said, my role is to dig the hole. The other person's role is to fill the hole. In between, there is one person who's on leave today. He's supposed to put the trees in it. To say the seeds in it so that the trees can grow. He is on leave. I'm completing my job. I cannot wait for him to come and do things. If the teamwork is not appropriate, if the coordination is not there, you will never know what is your objective or purpose of your work. This somewhere in corporates or in some teams or anywhere, if the teamwork is not aligned, you will not get the fruitful result. Over to Shan.
Okay, I am sorry about that little noise. Very good. You have done a wonderful job. Very aptly you said about the teamwork. Anyway, without the teamwork, we can't do anything, right? Okay, my second one is, sometimes you face something like when some people keep talking, you can't shut their mouth shut, right? Because they keep on talk unnecessarily, unwanted, and all that. How do you manage to stop them? How do you manage to stop them? You can't put a paste or you can't stitch their mouth, right? But how do you stop them? Totally, sometimes, totally they go, they keep on talk, which is not at all necessary. Okay, so any volunteer for this? Have you faced anything, something like that? How did you stop? Have you faced any situation like this that made you to stop the people or stop someone who talks blah, blah, blah? Any experience? You're able to understand, or shall I repeat again?
Shan, I'll go ahead. I'll try to attempt it.
Good. Thank you, Vikram. Go ahead.
This is what I told you, right? You are not to focus on so many things, but you are not looking at any of the things. There are so many things I told you. There are a lot of action items that is still pending. Yesterday itself, we have told some reports have to be sent, but you are not sent. Day before yesterday, that still worker banging up. What is that, Vikram, you are doing in this office? Can you please do whatever is there? Sir, yaar, you please listen to me. No, tomorrow there is a meeting. I have to go. Have you prepared the presentation? What is that is happening? You are keep on telling some stories. What is this? Day before yesterday, I was waiting for your email. Sir, I was about, yaar, you please listen. No, I'm saying day after tomorrow, there is a meeting with business officers. Have you prepared the deck? Have you prepared the financial report? As the finance team has sent, this is what I had a conversation with the person who is not able to even zip his mouth. He was keep on talking and not allowing me to even speak. In that situation, I did one thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. I will do that. I will do that. That man was very happy. And after he left, I went and knocked his door. Excuse me, sir. May I come in? Hey, Vikram, come on. Take your seat. Sir, there are a lot of action items pending. But in that, I have prioritized these three because seems to be very, very vital for us. Tomorrow you have a business meeting. So I had the presentation shared on your OneDrive. Please have a look at it and give your feedback. Day after tomorrow, you have a business meeting wherein the finance manager is going to present his financials. I also asked him to share. It will come up to your email in another hour. If you can look at it, and if things are okay, then I will formalize it in a presentation and give it to you. And last third day, you're going to meet the foreign visitors who are going to visit our factory. So I arranged all the formalities. Admin manager is on the job. He'll be taking you to the airport. You will be picking up and then come to the factory. Is that fine, sir? Hey, Vikram, absolutely. You made my day. Thank you so much. And this lesson, I learned how to shut somebody's mouth. Instead of trying to defend or give your suggestions, accept it at that moment. Give them some time and then go and talk to them about priority list. That gives you enough time to convey your message as well as bring in confidence on the other person that you are making something with sensible reasons. How about you, topics master?
Well then, Vikram, I think sometimes, your silence and the way you nodding your head and all that make the people, cool down and, talk less. That's the best way you can do it. But sometimes it may not help, especially when women talk. When women talk, especially the known person, wife or a daughter or someone, when they start talking, it's very, very difficult to stop them, right? Okay, well then, okay, my next one is, you see, people don't like talking at the back, right? Whether you do a good job or a bad job, you're a beautiful person or a not beautiful person, whatever it is, they talk at your back. So have you ever faced, any of you can throw a light on this experience, How do you feel, when someone talks back, your back? Any volunteers? Anyone can, any experience you had? By seeing the picture, you can make out, no? See the beautiful girl standing and the two people are at her back, commenting, right? So anyone experienced? Anyone would like to comment? Okay, if it is tough or not able to do anything, and maybe I'll go the next one.
Is it about gossiping?
I'm sorry?
Is it about gossiping?
Positive?
No, is it about gossiping about somebody?
Yes, you can also say gossiping. Yes, in fact, sometimes, we feel very, very bad. We very much hurt and, we feel miserable because people gossip. So any volunteers or shall I go to the next one?
If you want, I can try once again.
Yeah, please. You're welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shan. So it is one KG story. What I really want to know relate with this topic. There was a donkey. Your son and your father was riding over the donkey, and everyone in the village were saying like, the donkey is so pavam, and these people are harassing the donkey. Hearing all these things, the father and the son, they have decided like, we'll not do this. And only the son said, Papa, you're little, aged person, you ride over the donkey and, I accompany you. They went in the same way as they decided for the next day. All the villagers again said like, this father is so cruel. He is asking his son to come by walk, and he is nicely going over the donkey. The next day, hearing all these things, they have decided they will say they will go by walk. All the three will go by walk. They will not ride over anything. They went by walk. The villagers started saying, why the hell they have the donkey? Can't they make use of the donkey? Whatever you do in life, some or the other gossiping will go around you. So do what is appropriate for your life. What will make sense to you is the best possible way to live the life. Over to Toastmaster Shan.
Yeah, it's a nice one, Toastmaster. Very good one. It's a lesson, right? Very good. Okay, my next one is, so I'm not talking about the technicalities, like using the cloud and all that, the computer language. I'm talking just to see the picture. Sometimes you feel that you are in the cloud, right? Anyone? If you feel it's difficult, maybe I can go to the next one. I can also give you one more example. Is sometimes we comment on someone when they are really happy and full of achieved something, something like that. Oh, that guy is really cloud nine. Something this comment. Any volunteers, or shall I go to the next one?
Next one.
Okay, next one. Yeah. You see, most of us don't smile, right? I mean, it's difficult to smile in all the time. But some trainers, even sometimes I tell my students also, you got to smile and all that. So very, very difficult, right? To smile. So is there any situation have you faced that you are forcibly to smile? You are forced yourself to smile. Anyone?
I'll take this.
Yeah. Soumya, please.
So smiling has actually been a problem for many people, because we only smile when we enjoy something, and not often do we enjoy a lot of things and are critical about so many things. But I think this thing has changed and shifted vastly in the last 2 years. Can anyone guess why?
Wearing a mask?
No, very close to it, to this. We have all learned to smile and keep that smile from this year to this year in the past 2 years because of one thing. We are sitting on it. It's the Zoom platform. So there's one video that I saw on Instagram, is that we have so gotten used to being paying attention to the speakers on Zoom, motivating them, that a permanent smile has stuck on our face from this year to that year, stretching our muscles. I think that the video goes like this. From the beginning of starting the meeting, people keep smiling for 1 hour, and even after they've ended the meeting, they have that smile stapled to their face. And even after closing their laptop, they find it hard to bring that smile back to a normal face shape. So even though even though we've, it is scientifically proven that smiling and exercising your face muscles is very good for our health. We've struggled to do it in our life, and I think this Zoom platform and meeting virtually online has made it possible for us, and even made it good for our health. What do you think, Table Topics Master?
Yeah, I think very rightly said, Toastmaster Swamini. It's very, very difficult to smile all the time, right? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, we are forced to smile. So, well, but I'm able to see really, the inner depth of each Toastmasters comment, and very interesting. Good. Okay, my next one is, sometimes see this picture. Literally, you can't make it, right? But sometimes, some people or sometimes some things very, very hard, we use the word, the idioms, very hard nut to break, something like that, right? So that kind of a situation, sometimes we feel like, take a hammer or something and bang on their head because they are intolerable. Isn't it? Even child also sometimes they keep on crying. You can't stand, right? So something like that, Any situation have you faced, like, you feel like take a hammer and crack the nut. In spite of that, some people, some things hard to break the nut. So anybody? Anyone related to this hard nut to break? I'm sure, you would have faced a lot of things, lots of time, things are like that, you can't break it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, please.
This last question. So, this is app in everyone's life. Everyone would have come across some people who seems that it's very hard to make them understand what we are trying to convey or anything. I have also come same like that. Even I have also come across some people, even though they know even though they know they are doing it wrong, they don't agree upon us, and it's very difficult in understanding, like making them understand that what is it, they believe in their own things, and it's very difficult to crack, and we leave it like that. So there's also a saying that a dog's tail can never be straight, how much ever if we try to change it. So sometimes in some situations, I have come across some people, so it's better to leave it as it is than trying hard to change them.
Good point, Toastmaster Kitni. It's like better to leave them, right? But sometimes, many times I felt, with my students, I take a hammer and so anyway, it's a good, it's very much related, and it's a very good point you brought it out. So we need to have a patience to, tolerate, and very good. Okay, next one is, we all interested, we are all interested to reach our goal, right? But reaching a goal is not easy, right? Many hurdles you have to face. Sometimes you have to make a long jump to reach to one place to another place. And sometimes, you may fall also. And it's difficult to swim back and, come back again. So anyone faced a kind of a situation, you are about to reach the goal, but you faced a kind of a situation that you have to have a very long jump, like in the picture, you have to make a very tough effort to reach that goal. Anyone face that? Of course, reaching your goal is not that easy. Hurdles and, many areas you have to come across. Any volunteers? Otherwise, I'll go to the next one. Okay. Before anyone comes, I can tell you very briefly that I faced a similar situation. When I was doing advertising business, when I was really young at the time, there was a challenging job I faced, and I knew it was very tough to complete the job. But if I complete the job, then definitely I will get a good name, and I know I can show to others, other companies, and I can get more orders. So that is the kind of a situation I faced. So it was like a big goal for me, long-term goal for me. But while I was trying, I fell. I lost a lot of money in that, and it took me really 1 year for me to adjust and make myself and all that, and come back again to the normal level. Then at that time, when I saw that goal, it became very easy. You know why? Because that experience I had when I was falling. So that experience really made me, to reach again, and then I reached it, and it was very easy for me to reach that goal. Okay. So the next one is this one. I think it's an easy one. I think you all can briefly. I can tell about this. See, we all carry our problems and burdens, family burden, problems, money, this and that, all on our shoulder, right? So when you carry your problems on your shoulder, what if someone unable to carry that, like this guy, he's unable to carry that burden. So have you ever faced in your life, you're not able to take the problem on your shoulder, you're not able to carry that burden of your problems? Anyone?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please.
I'm here, Bharati here.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, good morning here. The thing I feel is I have faced such things during my tenure in my office as well. A few things we should be taking it as a responsibility to do it, but completely will not be depend on us. A few things could have been completed by us, okay, but most of the things will be lots of dependency will be there on other people, okay, but the end results, since it is stuck to us, okay, so that will be little hard to explain people. It is dependency is more, and it is tough for handling those situations when 100% of things are not lying with us and dependency is more.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. Nice one. Okay, maybe we'll have a last one, or
And I think it's time we can pass it on.
pass it on.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I close it?
Yes. Thanks.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the wonderful session. Guys, it's time to call our important person in the meeting, and he's gonna to correct all the mistakes that we done throughout the session. Let me call upon General Evaluator of the Toastmaster Vikram, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Considering the paucity of time, let's go with the flow, though. I'll request our speech evaluator, Toastmaster Ifana, to deliver her speech evaluation on the speech delivered by Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. Now, it's time for me to do the evaluation of Toastmaster Vikram's speech. Yeah, special greetings to my target speaker, Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram, you have done an excellent opening. it is not less than a theatrical experience. My curiosity was nowhere less than how I will see my superhero appearing on a screen, and I will be awaiting for his first dialogue to attend class. The next good point about your speeches, you have selected the content which is very relevant to all the audience. We have already went through the situation, we have lived that moment so that we can easily connect with your speech. The third good point, what I have observed, your gestures and body language was giving a comprehensive explanation about your speech. It is very much aligned and complementing your speech. Next, it is very unfortunate that you have to make eye contact only with your laptop screen. But otherwise, the speech was excellent. I will share few points where you can improve upon. This speech is already a 10 on 10 speech, I would rather say. But my feedback is you can improve upon the vocal variety. Vocal variety in the sense, when you have played a boss and an employee role, you can give a different vocal variety to the boss and a different vocal variety as the employee. This will add some complementary features to your speech. Next, I would say your pauses were little on the higher side somewhere in the speeches. Either you can work upon your speech rate to bring it down to tally with your pauses, or you can reduce the pauses so that you have to practice not many times before you deliver the speech. Overall, it was excellent speech, Vikram. I would say I had a really theoretical experience and it had a lot of humor and drama. Excellent, amazing, keep up your good work. And I, as I already said, it is 10 on 10 speech. All the best for your future endeavors. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irfana, for giving a wonderful feedback, both with commendations and recommendations. Hope the speaker and other members will try to incorporate them in their subsequent speeches. Now let's hear it from the tag report. I request Toastmaster Soumni to present her timer report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. We had 3 segments of speeches today: the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and evaluation speech. In the prepared segment, Toastmaster Vikram took 7 minutes 33 seconds to complete his speech. In the TT segment, we had 7 speeches. Toastmaster Irfana's first speech took 1 minute 24 minutes to get completed. Toastmaster Vikram took 2 minutes 24 minutes. Toastmaster Irfana again took 1 minute 13 minutes. I'd like to applaud that she gave 2 TT speeches. And myself, I took for 1 minute 44 seconds. Toastmaster Kriti finished around 58 seconds. Toastmaster Shan, the table topics master himself, gave us TT speech with 1 minute 4 seconds. And Toastmaster Bharati took 30 seconds. And in the evaluation segment, we had Toastmaster Irfana give her evaluation speech for 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So to tackle the issue of bringing your speech up to 1 minute in the TT segment, I'd like to give a small tip to everyone. It is difficult when we are starting to give TT speeches and to bring our speeches to 1 minute and see the green card. So one method or tool that you can use to give your TT speeches is called the FAT methodology, FANT. Is that whenever the TT table topics master is giving you a topic, you might follow this FAT methodology where F stands for feel. You can tell how you feel about the topic for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then A stands for anecdote. Anecdote is a short or amusing story that can be relating to the topic that's been given to you. So storytelling is a great way of even engaging the audience, and also by time drag your speech and make it a speech rather than just a short note. So give a relevant story in your speech in the table topics, and then T stands for tying it up. So you in the beginning you said how you feel about the speech, about the topic, and then you gave an anecdote in the form of story, and then T stands for tying it up. Tie how you feel about the speech and the story, and give a moral at the end. So doing these three things in a TT segment would not help you get disqualified and even give a bigger TT speeches. So that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samani. Not only giving the timer report, you also gave a tip. Thank you so much. It will be much more appreciated. Let us hear it from the accountant, Toastmaster Kirti. Can you present your report?
Thank you, General Evaluator. So coming to the accounts made in the entire session today, I noticed that in the prepared speech, I couldn't find any account, and as well as in the evaluation speech, the only accounts were visible when in the table topic speech, and generally when called upon, whenever called upon. So I noticed that I understand that table topics is at the spur, we had to speak at the spur of the moment. And the good thing is that there's a good news for you all. You can all replace the fillers like and with pauses. Let's like at least a 1 second or 2 second pause, and then like in that minute you can think what are you going to say the next, or you can frame the sentence and then speak up. And there are also some ways to improve, lessen your fillers, like by slowing down your speech, and then preparing your speech and recording yourself. Like anytime, anything you wanted to, just practicing table topics on your own also can reduce it in the, it will help you also in the contest if you take in future. And yeah, that's it. Over to the G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirti. Let's hear it from Toastmaster Aruna Devi, her grammarian report.
Sure. So I haven't seen much grammarian issues in all your speeches. It was really wonderful and inspiring speeches by every one of you. Yeah, that's it from my end, Vikram and everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Aruna Devi. Let me summarize the general evaluation report. So we had some kind of problem in terms of finalizing the agenda, even due to last minute backouts. Though it's a challenging part, let us also bring in some kind of a culture or a process within all the three clubs, that whenever somebody drops off, we'll take that responsibility and see whether we ourselves can identify an alternate person to take that role. So always when you take up a role, assume that due to some unforeseen reasons you are not going to participate or take that role. See whether you can have a backup for your own. Tie up with some of the members within the club. Two things will happen that will kind of give a confidence for you, as well as you are also grooming one more person to support you at point in time, so that it will not be possible for the VPE or any other member to identify a last minute role players, and it will also force the members who are attending the meeting to take multiple roles. Sometimes it might be easy, sometimes it will be difficult. So that is one suggestion I would like to make. The second suggestion that I want to make it as particularly on the table topic segment was, as a table topic master, let us follow the protocol like assigning the name, topic name format, as well as if you are sharing the screen, maybe share the screen for maybe 5-10 seconds and then unshare it so that the timer can share it on top of it. Though I saw dual sharing is possible, many of us may not know that we may have to select the option to view the timer report. Even as the speaker may not know, and then while speaking, he cannot go and switch the viewing options from one screen to the other. So to make the speaker, the time card visible to the speaker, the TT master or whoever is sharing the screen, even a prepared speakers or any other role player who are sharing the screen, can stop it after they finish up so that the timer cards can be displayed. The priority is to be given to the timer card displays. Similarly, when I look at the accountant report, the accountants can be more specific in terms of what are all the filler words that they have observed as part of the speech with a specific count. If not possible, at least what are all the filler words generally used in the speeches by the speakers, so that it will help us to understand and then start correcting our own self. So let us be more specific in terms of Vikram has used 3 times and used repeated words so 3 times and something like that. So that will help the audience as well as the speaker to focus on improving. As a grammarian, though she's playing this role for the very first time, at least Aruna Devi, you could have come out with words that you liked the most in the meeting. Some beautiful words would have been used in the meeting by the speakers. You could have noted down those and then presented. Similarly, anything that you liked in the meeting, and the few sentences or words, definitely someone of us would have not used it correctly or in the correct format. So as a grammarian, you need not to be too much into grammatical mistakes of getting into all the deeping dive into the grammatical corrections. You can still highlight these as part of your report, which will also help us to see, and it will re-emphasize the vocabulary that we used or we noticed in the meeting, as well as the areas that we need to really focus on. Though you have taken this, kudos to you for accepting that role for the first time. Good thing is that though we had limited number of roles, we were able to successfully organize this meeting, and then we are almost going to conclude. We start off though late because we waited for some other role players to join. And kudos to all the 3 clubs for taking up this responsibility and running this. It's a real good experience for all the 3 clubs. The areas that we can really focus on is to finalize the agenda well in advance and publish it in a Word format to all the club members so that they can easily look at it, and make sure that you are having the club numbers, meeting numbers for all the clubs. I think Wabag Toastmasters, we were not able to get that. When the presiding officer opens the meeting, if it is a joint meeting, let us open it formally saying Medavakkam Toastmasters Club meeting number so-and-so, Vellore Toastmasters Club meeting number so-and-so, and Wabag Toastmasters Club meeting number so-and-so, declaring officially open, so that people know that this is the meeting number that we are opening up. While closing, we can formally close it. The good part is we had a wonderful TT session and beautifully evaluated by Irfana. All the table topic speakers performed well. We had a full energy meeting starting from beginning to till now, and hope that we will conclude it on a very high note to have a wonderful weekend. With this, I'll conclude and hand over the virtual podium to Madam Toastmaster Sadhana.
Thank you for your outstanding report, General Evaluator. Guys, hope we all had a wonderful session. Let us give you something to carry away from the session. Well, Toastmasters, if we are longing for any results, not only longing and loving for something, we all used to be adamant at what we really need. If we didn't get it, we used to feel and become tired, and even we may face difficulties because of our stubbornness, attitude. It's okay. But at the end of the time, we stop doing the work, and that's why I'm telling to go with the flow. But if the flow is not working, or the situation arises like we should not go with the flow, then be the flow. Let's do our priorities correctly, and let's do our portions correctly, like whatever the work that we're having, do it correctly, and automatically that flow will make you to reach your destiny. It's in our life, we all would have been come across the kids. They are a very good example for this. Like kids will never ask elder ones to teach them like what is this, what is that. For example, if a kid is going near a step and it fall down and it again get up, then it won't do that mistake again. Why? Because the kid knows that when we go near that, we will fall. So it learns from its mistake, right? So as the same way, but it's going with the flow. So as the same way I'm telling, so it's okay to go with the flow, fell down, get up and do your work correctly. But if the flow is not working, then be the flow. And that's it. This was a pretty most example to understand. Be yourself, do your work consistently, go with the flow, or else be the flow to reach your peak. One day you will get a fruitful result. Don't change or leave for anyone, for any sake. Just tell yourself and go. That's all. Thank you for the precious time, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you. Thank you all once again. Over to the presiding officer.
Okay, I think Irfan had dropped off. So I think Savni, you can take it over and conclude it, if you don't mind.
Can anyone say what number session it is of Wabag Toastmasters?
Exactly, she was the only person to say that. I think since she is not there right now, you can declare it officially closed. Let her fill the number later on.
That is why I did not include it in my PO introduction, because we didn't have the number of Wabag.
See,
So-
Bharati here, I'm from Wabag only, but since I'm in site at Patna, I'm not aware exactly what is the number is. Okay, apologies.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Thanks, Bharti, for joining us from Patna.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you, everybody. That was, this session was very synonymous with the theme, and we were very practical with the theme, going with the flow. And as Toastmaster Vikram said in the beginning, Kriti was telling me how is this going to happen? We are short of role players. Toastmaster Vikram has been telling we'll ask someone to take it on the spot. And which we in VTC we love being prepared for things, and this was an entire impromptu session, and it was keeping us on the toes, and this was also a very good experience of how we can all think on feet, and we had a very nice elaborate TT segment with just 10 participants giving 7, but the TT segment had 7 speeches. So I would say this session was a very big success. So with that, I'd like to officially declare, I'd like to officially close Vellore Toastmasters Club session number 107, Medavakkam Toastmasters Club session number 52, and Wabag Toastmasters Club session number we are yet to get. Thank you.